let's call it pup of the week. It's not dog of the week. It's a result.
We're
a results-based podcast. Welcome back to Beyond the Diamond. Producer Josh on the camera, from behind the camera. DAWG on the IL. Noah and Garrett, I think, are next door filming football content. But this episode is brought to you by Big City Wings. Big City Wings is Houston's wing joint. It's Apollo's wing joint. It's football. It's baseball. It's about to be basketball season. Everything, college football, NFL.
A lot of reasons to go.
To go to Big City Wings. Josh gets the chicken and waffles. I'm getting the burger. But I'm going to switch. Sam did drop a photo of the tahine boneless wings, so I'm going to have to drop it in this week.
Okay. That's already too hot for me.
Yeah.
But you enjoy it.
I'm going to drop it in the Edo location and try that out. And a new sponsor, Celebrity Mint. Celebrity Mint. It's going to be a lot of fun. Do a lot of great stuff with them. I can't really say much right now. I still think in a week and a half we can do a little bit more, but we can knock out some things.
That was a little hint.
You like that? We can knock out some things. But yeah, go follow them on Instagram and TikTok and follow Big City Wings as well. Shout out to them. But let's jump into the episode. Let's preview the Royals series that's coming up.
We'll go from one of the worst teams in baseball to one of the other worst teams in baseball. Let's hope
need a sweep.
Yeah, let's hope it goes different this time.
Need a sweep.
I do think I think the A's are a little tougher with them. They're the worst team in baseball, but they're a divisional opponent. They've seen us 1,000 times. They've seen our lineup 1,000 times. Their coaching staff knows how to attack our guys. I think the Royals are different in the way that they are better. I think they are a better lineup. They're just younger, but I mean they have a stacked young prospects team.
Do not let Bobby Wood Jr. beat you this week.
Exactly. But all you need to do is you prey on the fact that they are still rookies. A lot of those guys, you use your experience. You get them out in the ways that a vet gets a rookie out, and you execute and you hit bombs. Yeah. I want to see your Don hit one into the water.
Ooh,
that's what I want to see.
Ooh. I think the other side is execute on pitching, execute on a starter, not giving up runs early so your offense is playing catch up.
Yeah.
And then you have the here we go again mentality.
I'd be curious to see, somebody might comment here. I wondered what our record is when we score first. When we, like you said, give the starters giving up. I think once we get in that hole, we struggle.
Yeah. I also think I've been on teams that have played up and played down, and it's the locker room is not dumb. Like I've been on a team where when it was a top team in the country, we played very, very good, and there'd be a team where like we should dog walk these guys, and all of a sudden we're like, how the hell are we losing in the third, fourth inning? And then you start
baseball.
Pressing
On every level. You're right. Like it's just something that happens.
And honestly it's exhausting when you know that's going to happen. So,
and maybe get in your own head a little bit about it, and that makes it worse.
For sure. And then I've been on teams where we were the team that teams played down to, and that fired us up. We're like, hey, we're gonna catch this team sleeping right here.
Yeah.
Like and then you start in this underdog mentality. You're like, let's take it to these guys. And so it's just part of the game. But this late in September, you just can't. You gotta come with it every single day. I think they're going to.
I think they do, and I think this is a huge test for Javier, JP France, and probably Framber will be that last game. Not really a test for him, but for Javier specifically, he needs to figure it out. And I think this is a great opportunity. Yeah, there's a great opportunity to see. I mean, he's kind of gotten better. He's let the big inning hurt him. He's been the past few starts where he's had 4 or 5 clean innings, but then he has one inning where he gives up like 4 runs. And the start before last against the Red Sox, he was 5 innings, no runs, or 4 innings, no runs, and then the 5th inning he gave up 1 run. 6th inning he gave up 2 or 3. So
do you feel comfortable?
He's got to figure it out.
as of now, September 13th, I am throwing JP France game 3. If
Agreed.
and when you make the playoffs.
Agreed.
A game 4, are you starting a Hunter Brown with a Javier piggyback or a Javier with a Hunter Brown piggyback?
Let me throw a little wrench in that. I'm
You
starting.
can't try out Ukiti.
I'm starting Urquidy for like an opener for 2-3 innings. I don't know if he stretched out enough to go like 5, and then I'm bringing Hunter in, and I have Javier as a piggyback on JP. But that's flipped. Like in the past 2 weeks, I've changed that like 7 different times.
But I think that's where the direction's going. Those 2 games
Well, I
are
just
piggyback
think-
games.
Urquidy has started World Series games, and he's won World Series games. I feel like experience, you want that experience, especially if you're on the road, those games, depending on road or home. If you're on the road, you want the guy who's older and has experience to go out there in those first few innings to set the tone.
You sound like Dusty.
I'm just saying the same reason why I want JP France over Brown, and the reason why Brown has struggled is because Brown gets in his head. I think it's mental stuff where his stuff is nasty. His stuff is, I think everybody can agree, even JP France could agree that Hunter Brown's stuff is nastier than JP France's. But JP France executes. He doesn't let the moment get too big. You know, he's a rookie, but he's 28. You know, he's been around.
He's Brandon Backett 2.0.
Exactly. So, same with Urquidy. His stuff isn't as nasty, but I trust him first, maybe one time through the order to set the tone. And you know what? You have your guys ready, and if it goes bad, he's struggling the first inning, gives up a run or 2, bases loaded. You bring in Maton or something, finish that off, and then you just bring in. We have a luxury of depth.
Yeah.
To where you can do any of that.
It's how you deploy it is going to be the answer. Because
I think both games you have a planned piggyback.
I think you do a piggyback of Hunter Brown behind JV and say fuck you in game 2.
You could. That's what I'm saying. You have those guys ready, and if any starter is struggling, that's the biggest thing is having a quick hook.
Yeah.
Because you can afford to have a quick hook with almost everybody, even JV and Framber, because you have that depth.
100%.
So it's just being able to deploy that quick hook and bring one of those guys in.
One of the things we didn't touch on the last episode, we're trying a new format. Like, subscribe, rescribe, hit the comment, smash that like button. Helps us out tremendously on the road to 5,000. Jeremy Pena, Roberto Clemente. Recipient. That's awesome. That was
really awesome. He's just been killing it with the what does he call it? Pena's Kids?
Pena Palace.
Pena Palace. Yeah, and they come in. It's every home game or every every once a week, once a homestand, or
yeah, and the design, the cleats, and all that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Look, when you're being nominated for an award that has Roberto Clemente's name on it,
my God.
You're doing something right in the community. You're doing something right for everyone, and it's really cool to see him get that nod and that nominee. Obviously, all the guys are doing stuff for the community, but to see that was pretty damn sweet. So I didn't want to go without that.
Yeah, I mean,
episode.
and on top of that, he's been hitting the ball.
Yeah, look, this lineup when you and I'm not gonna sit here and do the Garrett vinegar strokes through the lineup, but when you employ that lineup, there's not a lot of outs in the sense of easy, and there's not a lot of pockets where teams are like, okay, this is the pocket that we need to attack, and we got to avoid this pocket. 1 through 9 with the death lineup, you're just like, shit. And by that third time, and it's damned if you do, damned if you don't for the other teams when the Astros offense is clicking, because it's like, do we go a third time with our starting pitcher and we know this guy's going to get hit, or do we cut it short and now the bullpen's getting a ton of views and ton of looks, and now these guys are getting all the data on all these players that are coming in, and now all of a sudden games 4, 5, 6, the reliever that's been shutting doors is now not, because we've seen him so many times. So it's damned if you, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Vinegar strokes aside, I really like when they employ that lineup. So
you like JP hitting second, JP3 hitting 2?
I see the arguments from both sides on the comments online. I think, yes, I think JP rocking 2 is fine, because
I do like with the hitter he is now. I do like it.
Yeah, so for sure. And I think the speed element's in play. He's been stretching singles into doubles, swiping some bags. So he's getting in scoring position for the big bats behind him. I also see the argument for having Brantley second and setting up tables that way too. I think you can get multiple with that. But
I also do like Brantley being almost like a second cleanup.
Yeah.
I like him being that 6th and 7th spot, because if you're Abreu, if you're even Tucker, like if those guys falter, say you have 2 runners on, Bregman or Abreu or somebody like falters, it's not over. Like you still have Brantley there to clean it up.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
it's a really exhausting. I mean, the only thing Brantley's done is rolled out of bed after a 16-month hiatus and is batting .310 with OPS plus 135 and OPS of 874. Obviously, that's in 30 at bats, but doesn't suck.
No, doesn't suck at all.
So, shout out to them. Let's go into, speaking of injuries, we'll go to the Sweet Green Health Report.
Sweet Green Health Report.
Sweet Green Health Report. Another proud sponsor.
Just had Sweet Green yesterday for lunch.
And what bowl did you get?
Oh, I got my usual, my chicken parm.
They have a
quinoa.
chicken parm?
Yeah.
They have chicken parmesan.
Yeah, it's quinoa, roasted chicken, parmesan, little breadcrumbs. I get double quinoa, and it's pesto vinaigrette sauce on there.
Sounds fire.
And I actually warm mine up a little bit, get the parmesan all melty and scoop it all around, and I have my bread, my focaccia bread, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Anyways.
Talking about vinegar strokes, you're talking about your
I disappeared for a minute.
The key injury right now is the Ryan Stanek injury.
Yeah.
I believe they high ankle sprain.
Yep. It's still, and luckily it still says late September, hopeful return. He said hopefully it'd just be a couple weeks. So
yeah, I talked to him. He feels good. I have a great relationship with Staneks. Always been great supporters of what we're doing over here, and
I'm so glad he's not gone for the season.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I was like, did you just hit the top of the bag? Kind of funny. He was like, yeah, just a kind of a freak thing. He's itching to be back. I think he said we avoided a lot of bigger injuries. So getting him back, and he was been dealing the last 6 weeks to 2 months.
He had like a under 3 ERA in the last 2 months before that happened. So I mean, anytime you have a guy that can throw 100 in big moments, like you saw, he had some huge moments last postseason. So
yeah,
he's a depth guy
for sure. And
he's a guy you bring out in the 5th inning, like if you're having issues.
The other injuries, right? Lance is done for the 60-day IL. Luis and Forrest Whitley. Nothing came back out of that.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I heard there were some rumors down at the complex in Florida.
Can you imagine if he just like, we get a notification in like 3 days later, just like the Astros have called up Forrest Whitley. Like, whoa,
activated. But yeah, the Sweet Green Health Report.
That's a quick one.
Stanek is the only one.
I mean, that's a good. When the Sweet Green Health Report is only like a minute and a half, it's good things. Things are good. When it takes 10 minutes because we're talking about 100 things, like that's issues.
Hey, Houston. It's about to be playoff time. We're about to eat a lot more calories. We're about to drink a lot more calories. Go get a salad.
Yeah.
Go preemptively help your future self with your present self by eating a Sweet Green.
But it's also tasty though.
It's so good.
I hate salads, and
you
I
are
like
picky
there. So
and so yeah, go Sweet Green.
I have a question for you. Wait, I mean, it's funny because this has come up, so I feel like it's an easy answer, but maybe it isn't.
Okay, go.
Bottom of the 9th.
Yeah.
Winning run is in scoring position. This
Okay.
is important.
How many outs?
2 outs.
Okay. It's coin flip.
Who do you want at the plate?
Hitting. Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman. That was quick. I think Tucker is my guy.
I would rank it Breggs, Tuck.
But I mean, the guy who who just destroyed all postseason last year.
Jordan,
We haven't even mentioned.
Tuve. Those would be my 4 in that moment.
What about Brantley? I mean, he works the count. He's not going to strike
true.
out.
It's true. Look, now we're getting how deep this team is.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I so quick to Breggs is because he knows the zone better than everyone, and in that moment, even if it's a walk, you got to the next guy. And now that's at least 4 pitches that you've tacked on the guy. Let's say he had an at bat of 7.
Yeah.
Relievers are good for 21. So there's a runner on second. There's already 2 outs.
Yeah.
That guy's already, now he's up past his comfortability. And now you have a Tuck or Jordan behind him. That's why I went Breggs so quick, because of that. And then also the execution of he's going to find a barrel. Like, the guy's just clutch. He really is.
Let me throw a wrench in that. Say the batter behind him is Adam Everett. You know what I mean? Like, say the batter behind him is not.
You need a hero swing.
Yeah, this is he's not trying to work a walk because the game might be over after him. In that instance,
Jose Altuve.
It's Jose Altuve.
Yeah.
I agree. I think any Jordan, Tucker, or Bregman, you're like, oh, they can take a long at bat, they can walk and then get it to the next guy. They can extend, next man up. If nobody's behind him that I trust, Altuve, 100%.
It's like I think Garrett's here behind the mic, but who's the villain in Old Country Old Men?
Anton Chigurh.
So if it's a coin flip, like heads, I'm alive, tails, I'm dead. Like, who I'm relying on flipping that coin is Jose Altuve.
Yeah.
Just
Future Hall of
because,
Famer.
he
can get a hold of one.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let's ask Garrett. Garrett. 2-parter. Game on the line. Runner on second. 2 outs. Who do you want up to at the plate?
Say it again. Runner on second.
Runner
2
second,
outs.
2 outs. Ninth inning. Who do you want at the plate?
Give me Brantley all day.
Wow.
Give me Brantley all day.
All right, now.
Who was yours? Tucker. Okay.
Now, say the batter behind him is trash.
The batter behind him is Adam Everett.
He has to. You're not wanting to walk. You need him to win the game there.
So okay. Yeah. I
Still Brantley?
is it tied up?
Tie game. No, we're tied up.
I think Brantley.
Wow.
Give me Brantley.
Brantley.
On Uncle Mike stand.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he's a professional hitter.
Give me him to win the game. 2 outs, guy on second. Is the guy on second fast?
We're not getting that.
Okay, I don't know, dude. I just got here.
That's fine. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, and that's it. That's it for that question. I think we have
Is there a dog?
No, the dogs got released. oh God!
It's actually more like a puppy of the week since the 2.
I wasn't sure where it was. Dog of the week.
Unnamed sponsored dog of the week presented by Apollo Media. Let's call it pup of the week. We have 5 games to work on. A series that you took against the Padres, 2 of 3, and then you've dropped 2 against Oakland. Let's call it pup of the week. It's not dog of the week. It's a result. We're a results based podcast.
I'll throw mine out there.
Okay.
Because I didn't prepare for this at all. I didn't look at any stats.
The day we prepare is the first time here.
Yeah. Well, usually I try and look at like who's had the OPS over the last 7 games or something. But mine is Michael Brantley. Just for how he is rolled off of the IL. I know it's been like 2 weeks, but he's rolled off the IL and he's just been consistent, and that's huge.
Garrett.
Just say a name. Just.
Kuno.
God. All right. Garrett said Kuno, but
I don't even know that's the right way to say his name. I'm thinking I'm at the because I missed this weekend series. Laptop died, so this is now on top of it. This is just
You
on the
got-
moment, man.
I
in the
told you
arena.
I didn't look it up.
Dog pup of the week. So we won 12-2 and we won like 8-4, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Who started the Saturday game?
The starter.
Oh man. And Sunday we started. I'm going JP France.
Okay.
He's my rookie of the year. I will go to the grave saying that he deserved rookie of the year over Gunnar Henderson.
Well,
the kid stepped up. The kid, we're not here.
1 run.
Yeah, we're not here without him. I know he pitched into his own traffic and then got out of it. Look, sometimes this dog's got the hero complex. So you know what?
Okay.
Let us spin JP France. I'm growing a mustache. Been
Just
working
like-
on it, just like
JP.
you. Come on the podcast.
All right.
That
Well,
is-
that was our.
Pup of the week. Dog of the week. Dog.
Dog of the week. All right. Well,
Dog.
that's going to do it for our, I guess, second part is what we call this of,
Yeah.
of our Beyond That podcast. A little short and sweet, but yeah.
Make it easier to digest.
Yeah. Let us know what you think of this. We think that it'll help. You know, it's easier to digest for people. A little short, like 15, 20 minutes. I think we went a little over that last time. I don't know what we're at for this one. But yeah, let us know what you think. But yeah, that's been Beyond That podcast. I'm Josh. That's Des. And we will see you next time. Peace.
Love you guys.